thank you for appearing before us here. I have a number of questions, and they just keep adding up as I'm hearing other questions. So back to the chairman's initial question about how much staff you have dedicated to these investigations and whether or not it's enough. And you mentioned you have 1.5 staff that are dedicating their time and full-time. But in the Cap Times article, I think your spokesman is it Bucher? I don't want to pronounce his last name. Bucher. Mm-hmm. He mentioned that the department has 1 full-time and 1 part-time investigator, mm-hmm. which he said isn't enough staff to handle the 113 investigations opened on average each year, and that both employees also have other job duties outside of license investigations. So do you have enough staff to go through all these thoroughly, which your opening comments mentioned, you act swiftly, decisively, and then if they're not even dedicated full-time at 1.5, how many do you think you would need? And I believe the department, you just went through your own reorganization. Right. Did you move more staff towards investigations or not?
No, we didn't move more staff towards investigations. And to be honest, we don't have position authority. So would be great to have more staff. But the thing is, though, the workload, we're constantly having to, as said before, rely on other people to give the information, more, calling and doing follow-ups and things like that. So it would be great to have more staff to be able to do that, just because then we could move a little faster. I can't really say for sure, because like I said, it's a lot of back and forth and follow-up, and we're dependent upon, law enforcement completing their investigations. So resources would help, but I think resources throughout, being able to, resources to help train school employees, for example, on recognizing grooming, and resources for law enforcement even to help. Resources like defining what grooming is would actually make our jobs a little easier too. It would give us some more clarity. But as far as the workload, I don't know how many more people would necessarily help.